Hey, what's up guys? Steve here, and welcome back to today's episode of Train Sim World 2. So today we're trying out the latest DLC for the Southeastern Highspeed. So we have started the scenarios or routes or whatever you'd like to call it today, and we are going to be proceeding through one of those with the new Javelin BR class 395. So let's click on this and we'll carry on to today's scenario.
Tickets, please.
So welcome to St Pancras International. Because of late running, the train won't be stopping at Stratford International. Head towards the cab to get started. Oh wow. So that's a noisy train. So let's head on over to our arrow. They all like that in terms of noise. Alright, so let's jump on inside. Cool, shut the door behind us. Jump into the driver's seat and start the process. So let's set the master key to on. So let's just have a quick look around. So you can see here, as we mentioned, we're in the Javelin today. Not the special train, but we'll tell a bit more about that in a minute. So yeah, let's put master key on, reverser to neutral. Got it's beeping at us already. Press the control button for 2 seconds to start up. Press the pan up, shoes down button. Sounds like a dance. And press it again to close the MCB. Set reverser to forward. Oh no, it's making that noise again. Alright, let's unlock the doors. Alright, cool. So, loading some passengers in here. So yeah, as mentioned, we are starting here at St Pancras, I think it is. And then we'll be heading on through. So let's have a quick look and see who we've got on today. Yeah, there's a few people getting in. Don't know why they're all getting on the back, but they're getting on the back. So while we wait for people to get on, let's see what random buttons we've got. No, it doesn't look like we've got anything we can play with there. There's a blind, maybe? No, that looks like a light. Right, perfect. So not a lot else. Loads of random buttons. There's loads of buttons in this cab. Oh, and a cup holder. That's really important. You always need a cup holder. Right, so telephones don't work. Nothing there seems to work. Alright, perfect. So let's lock the doors now that we're ready to head off. Oh, that's the noisiest noise I've ever heard. Alright, perfect. So let's set the DRA. Alright, and apply power to get moving. So let's... Oh, okay, it's not... Why are we not moving? So we're going to Ebbsfleet, but we're not moving. So doors closed, that's fine. Okay, let's... Hang on a minute, what have we done wrong here? Alright, I know what we've done. Because we put the reverser into neutral, I think that's probably what's done it. So let's press that twice. Again, see if that does a difference. Yeah, there we go, that's it. So yeah, let's get ourselves moving. As you can see, we're just pulling out of the station now. Gotta love this train. The graphics on the design of this train is so cool, as is all the route. You'll see as we get along. The route itself is amazingly detailed and a mixture of sort of urban, like you've got here, and a bit more sort of countryside as we get a little bit further down. Right, let's try not to speed too much as we go out. We haven't even left the station yet, and we're already speeding. Alright, cool. So we've got a 60km/h area coming up as we come out of the station and start to head down. So for those that have done this, for those of you that have got it already, this particular route is quite a lot of underground. So if you caught the last episode of Train Sim World 2, we did the London Underground in that, and today we're pretty much going to be in the underground as well. So let's try and find, is there some cab lights? Is there some cab lights under here somewhere? No. Alright, cool, we're not getting fast enough. Cab lights, where are the lights? So they're the front lights. Oh, there we go, desk illumination. There we go. Let's set that to high so that when we do finally go into the tunnel, which is coming up just here, we can actually see what we're doing. Alright, so we've got a big old speed change coming up. So you can see there in the top right, we've got 200 kilometers an hour. So I think the highest this train gets to on the route is at 225, I think it is. So we'll see as we get further on. There's no, is that light on? Yep. Right, cool. There we go. So you'll hear it ding. The little orange numbers just above the speed there indicate the actual speed. So yeah, you can see there it's clicked to 200. So we can now put our throttle forwards and or backwards, whatever you want to call it, and start to pick up some speed. It does start to pick up speed quite quickly at the moment. So yeah, still fans. Yeah, set that low a little bit because it's unusually light in the tunnel. There we go. So that's one thing I have noticed with this is the desk illumination. It does make the cabin feel somewhat bright. I'm pretty sure there was a desk light somewhere that we could use that gave us a little bit of sort of intermediate light there, but we'll worry about that after we get out of the out of this tunnel and into a little bit of daylight before this. So yeah, so guys, say obviously today's route follows the what do you call it, the southeast line. So this is the high-speed line from St Pancras to Faversham. So for those that as I say haven't or aren't of the area, yeah, as I say, it's a particular high-speed route that it gives this train the chance to sort of really stretch its leg, and yeah, this DLC for Train Sim World 2, so it encompasses a number of different things. So there's actually 2 trains that you can do on this route. So this is this one, which is the 395. It's also got the 375, which is something more similar to what we've seen previously in the sort of Brighton area. Right, what are we doing here? So there's only these that I need to worry about. No, they're okay. Yeah, so we've seen that one previously in the sort of the Brighton routes that we've done. Alright, let's just back this. So we're getting there, okay? So we're getting up to speed. Yeah, so the actual route itself is 51 miles long end to end, which in a train at 220 something kilometers an hour is quite, you know, quite reasonable. Obviously the route itself isn't all at high speed, and it isn't also all at the same. So you can see here that we're coming through one of the I think this is Stratford International, I think it was. I forget my train stations. Bit of horn just as we go through to make sure that no one's in our way. But yeah, as I say, it's a mixture of overhead power cables and also third rail. So there are points at which in some of them, probably I can't remember if we do it on this one or on the next one, where we basically have to switch the power units over. So where we messed around earlier with the pan up, shoes down kind of thing, yeah, you have to change that over, and at certain stations you have to turn that between the two. So as it sets it out, but you know, additional challenge, as I say, as it goes from the high speed routes to the sort of the normal speed routes, it kind of utilises that setup. But yeah, as I say, pretty good. As I say, I think in total there's 5 scenarios for this particular route, all of which are, you know, different. I think around about sort of half-hour, 40-minute route. We'll try and get through a couple of them, as long as you guys are still interested in them. We'll try and get through a couple. Probably not going to do the ones with the 375 because we've seen that a little bit on the channel already. So we'll just stick to the Javelin and try the couple of routes that has. I think it's 3 for the Javelin and 2 for the other one. So yeah, we'll kind of pick it up as we go along. So alright, so we've got 13 miles to Ebbsfleet, which we've got about another 8 minutes worth of driving. Bit of horn just to see what it looks like. So the one thing, and I know they've said this before the release came out, and the sort of like the preview streams that I was watching, which was all about the sound of this train. You'll notice one thing: if you if I shut up talking for a minute. It's very quiet. There's not much noise, and I know that this is a number of things. One, it's a very well insulated cab. It's a very new and modern train, so it's very well insulated, and you don't get much noise on the inside. One of the other things they did mention is obviously down to the fact of where the motors are. So the motors themselves aren't actually in the front car like you've got here where we are. The motors are in the second carriages, so again it takes that sound sort of further away from you. You heard on that one that we were waiting in the station, it's quiet, but it's not completely soundless, but yeah, where you are it's kind of just that little bit more, just a little bit quieter. So alright, we're approaching the end of the tunnel. I did see, I can't remember how many there were, I think there's like 3 or 4 different tunnels that you can go through on the route, varying in different lengths. So some of them are, you know, are longer than others, but I think as you get to either end. But yeah, so now we get a chance to see this thing outside. You can see the outside view of it. Obviously we're still in a bit of a, I don't know what you call it, sort of like alleyway here, probably not the word, but yeah, kind of where the corrugated sides on, so I'm guessing that's to reduce the sound that reverberates out over the rest of the cab, rest of the train track, and obviously surrounding areas, because yeah, obviously as you can see we are doing over 200 and something kilometres an hour, so I guess the noise of it going down the track must be pretty substantial. But you can see here now we've sort of come out of the sort of the built up area into a bit of an industrial area. I'm pretty sure that from looking at the maps and the routes that at one point we do cross the M25, sort of the main motorway around sort of London, just by the Dartford crossing and Dartford toll bridge. So you can see yeah, as we get in a bit more countryside, that will come up hopefully as we get to it. So about, what are we talking now, about 7.5 miles away. See really how well this train is modelled. Look at it. I mean, even down to the top, even the bits of sort of where the power unit is, and the sort of the conductors and everything for the pan rod. I'm not sure what you want to call it, but yeah, kind of it shows it really well. Right, so we saw another train going the other way. There's a number of trains on this route. There is one particular train which I want to sort of mention that is a bit rare. I think we're just coming up to a bit of an incline here, so we're going up a little bit as we I'm guessing we're crossing something, probably a road or looks like an industrial area. So yeah, it looks like it's a few bits and pieces there that we've got. So yeah, as mentioned, there's a couple of different trains on this route, and there's one in particular which is called the Train-Bow. Now it was to commemorate, forgive me, I'm not sure what, but it's basically got the got a rainbow on the side of it to commemorate. I think it's the 10-year livery. I might be wrong on that one, but there's only one train with that livery in this entire sort of like scenario pack, as I guess there is only one train in it in total. I'll put a picture of it up here in a second so you can sort of see what it looks like. This isn't the actual train. I think it's just one from another train sim world that I could find. It's very difficult to find proper pictures of the Train-Bow, as there's not many out there. So yeah, as you can see there on the right, that is the I believe the Dartford crossing, and we are just about to go under the M25. It's just there as we go over it. So head back into another tunnel. You'll see the speed limits are starting to flash. So as we're coming into the sort of the different stations, the 225 starts to decrease as it suggests that you slow down. So you can see there it's just flashed down to 200. So you'll see we'll start to slow down. Hopefully at some point now as the brakes start to kick in. Yeah, cool, perfect. So we slow down. So yeah, so we'll carry on until we get to our next station, which is in a couple of miles. So yeah, guys, I hope you're all well. Thanks for enjoying the last video. If you've enjoyed the Train Sim World videos, yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. We'll try and do a few more in the near future. And and for all those new subscribers. Time of recording this video, I think we're about 190 subscribers, so we're getting so close to that 200 subscriber mark. So that obviously is our next target, and yeah, hopefully we can get to that relatively soon. We're gaining, I think, about 20 to 22 subscribers each month, so hopefully by the end of February we should be at the 200 mark. So thank you for those that have joined. If you're new here to the channel, don't forget to put in the comment section down below that you're a recent joinee, and yeah, if you've got any suggestions for new episodes going forwards, then put those down there, and we will always try and respond back to them. Try and talk to as many commenters as we can going forward. So yeah, so we're just, we are about 800 yards away, so we better start slowing down as we head into Ebbsfleet International. So just goes uphill a little bit, so we don't need too much brake to slow down, but we'll sort of come in slowly. I'd rather crawl in. As you can see, top left, we've got plenty of time before we actually needed to do. We ran somewhat early, which is, you know, if you caught the last video, it's not like me at all. We were running late pretty much that whole episode, and yeah, continued to be late right the way up until the end. So right, let's slow down here. We want to try and get somewhere near to the stopping point. I think we might overshoot just a little bit. Yeah, going to overshoot quite a lot. Well, we are 7 yards over. Okay, so yeah, as mentioned here, you can see at the top left. So to continue the journey, this service power mode must be changed. So let's open the doors and let these people in and out. Cool. So yeah, hopefully no one gets out that front door, otherwise they're going to end up on the railway tracks. Probably should close that door, but I don't know if you can close individual doors. And yeah, we're pretty far back from from the end of the platform, so yeah, we'll class that one as a bit of a loss there. But we're not too bad. Could have been worse. So yeah, got a bit of time to kill now before we head off again for the next stop. So about another 30 seconds or so. So let's have a quick look around the station while we've got it. So again, you've got like the car parks and stuff on the side, loads of people milling around on the train station. And yeah, as mentioned, as you can see here, this is the 10-year anniversary livery, so not the Trainbow, but the Trainbow would be on the side there if it was one of these particular ones. So alright, there we go. So let's lock our doors, so that's nice and simple there. Alright, so let's press the DC power button for 2 seconds to switch over the power changeover. There we go. And then press the pan up, shoes down button. So press it again. And then wait for our passengers to load. And that should have swapped us from, I can never remember what it is. I think it's from the third rail to the overhead. I really should have noticed whichever way it did, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from one or the other. I can never remember which one it goes from, whether it carries on over the overhead or the third rail. God, I'm rubbish at these things, aren't I? You think I'd know what I'm talking about, the amount of time that I played on these. But anyway, let's wait for the last couple of passengers to get on, and then we can head on up the road. That's almost time, and there we go. So let's lock our right doors. Perfect. Alright, so everyone's gone, so let's set that to forward. Try not to get it into the off position, which is I think what we managed to do last time wrong. We ended up with not being able to do. Cool, so we're off to Gravesend, which is, what's that, 1.9 miles, so that's our next stop. And you can see there we've got a speed limit on this particular part of the route of 60. So you'll notice also that it flicked over from miles per hour to kilometres an hour as we become a more normalised train, and we've also lost the control or speed control just up here as we've used those. So yeah, that's nothing here to check. Oh, there you go, that was what I was looking for. So that's the reading light. So yeah, mentioned earlier, that's the light that's best illuminated for going into tunnels and stuff, because you can see your main display panel. I don't don't think we need to mess around with some of the aircon control, see if we get any bonus points for it. No, not really. Alright, so let's concentrate on what we're doing, because we should be arriving at our next stop sometime soon. So yeah, 1.2 miles away. Let's try not to speed. So we've gone up to a, what's that, 70 mile an hour maybe speed limit. So yeah, we don't need to worry too much about anything else. I think the rest of this is like wiper controls and stuff. Yeah. Oh, horn. There you go. That's the important thing. You have the low and the high horn. Alright, cool. So we are at 0.7 miles to go to our next stop, so we should be good for that. So let's start to sort of slow down a little bit. We don't want to overshoot because we've got a 30 mile an hour coming up. Don't want to go speeding into a low speed zone and end up losing points if we can help it. We need to try and get a gold star on this one, or gold medal, whatever you want to call it. Alright, cool. So we're gonna crawl up to this speed limit. We're about there now at 30, so it's looking good. Cool. So we're still a little bit fast, but we'll just, there you go, just gently slow it down. Cool. And then yeah, we're coming into Gravesend here, so yeah, got 300 yards to go before we have to stop, so let's try not to overshoot the platform like we did on the last one. Got no excuse now as we're crawling in at 30 mile an hour. So you can see the stations are very differently modelled between the two. We're just there, and then this one is very much sort of an older style. You see all the sort of wrought iron work on the different sort of platform designs. Just, I suppose, makes everything a little bit different. Right, cool. So let's just creep up to this because we are 7 yards out. Oh, we're going to be 7 yards out anyway. Cool. So let's unlock left doors. But yeah, as mentioned, you can see the sort of the differences in the train platforms. It's say a lot more, I guess as you call it, sort of older world kind of platform, with the odd bit of glass and stuff in the middle as the coverings are there. But yeah, the buildings are definitely very much very different. And you can see obviously in the background getting a bit more built up. You've got some office blocks in the background there, houses, what looks like a multi-storey car park and whatnot. So quite a few bridges by the looks of it coming up. Do we need to press anything here? No, I think we're pretty good on our different buttons. Doors, switch panels, all your fuse breaker boxes and everything up back. Oh, there's the blind. There we go. I knew it was there somewhere. There we go. Mess around with the blind for a little bit. Alright, while we wait for our passengers to load, we are sometime soon. Alright, look, can even open the door into the cabin. I don't know how I've managed to swing my head over 180 degrees, but we managed to look behind ourselves. Alright, so let's wait for these passengers to get on board. That's all your lights, so tail lights, headlights, all that kind of thing. I don't think we need to mess around with that too much. Alright, come on people, get on. Let's go. Got timetable to keep. Although we are a minute early, so we're probably going to end up being here for a significant bit longer time. Yeah, look at that. So you've got to wait another 30 seconds, so we're not too bad. We're not too not running too early or late. Right. So it'd be nice if these phones would work, and you know, you get the screens and stuff. I don't know what would be on that screen, but it'd be kind of cool. Yeah, we won't open the door. I think we're fine. Stop messing around with all the bits and pieces. See, this is what happened. Idle hands. Not going to press that. Foot pedal, I think that happens as normal. Alright, cool. So let's lock our doors, and we'll head on to our, I think probably our final stop, I think, at Strood. So it's about 10 minutes and what, 6.5 miles to go. So yeah, clear to go. You can just see my little face there in the window. Let's go. We are coming up to these like loads of little tunnels. I guess these are where the road goes over. Right, cool. So stick at 30. Just try not to speed on our way out. And then yeah, 50 zone coming up just here. Yep, you can see the sign there on the left. So Let's see when it clicks. I don't know if it ever... I guess that clicks over as the whole train goes past, not the cab, but I don't know. We'll wait for it to go. There we go. So it's just gone, so we can speed up a bit. Then we got another 70 zone coming up, so I guess as we get out of the town it kind of speeds up. You can definitely see the sort of the sides become a bit more green and lush. Right, cool. So something I found out, and I didn't realise this until after the event of me doing this route, was how the train got its name. So obviously it's called a Javelin, but that's not actually its manufacturer's name, as far as I understand. Is that the train itself was first introduced and used during the 2012 London Olympics. So it was used to ferry shuttle customers and people from between the venue in Stratford. So apparently that's how it got its name. It was then provided as a Javelin shuttle service, so it was affectionately known as the Javelin. So I didn't realise that. Obviously the train itself had been into use in, I think, June 2009. It was made by Hitachi, and yeah, as I say, obviously hence the reason it was used in the 2012 Olympics. So talking of Olympics and water and stuff, look at the canal alongside us. It seems very uniformed, very straight edges. Oh god, we're inside the train now. No, still inside the train. Oh look, you can see the people. There you go. But anyway, sorry, I digress. Yeah, so obviously the bit of canalway alongside, or sort of river, or whatever you want to call it. We've got 4.9 miles till we get to Strood. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Stroud. I love the little quarter windows in this train, the fact that you can see what's going on alongside you as you're going along. But no, I've really enjoyed using this train for the 27 minutes that we've been in it, or 26 minutes we've been in it. Like these modern sort of newer trains. I've tried the ICE, the German one. We were doing a bit of practice on that before we got in this one, but I don't know, something about British routes that I seem to prefer doing. The sort of the countryside, and I guess the views and stuff are a bit more to my keeping, and obviously being English myself, looking at these trains and hopefully trying, and it's something a bit closer to the heart, I guess. Right, cool, green signal, so good to go. Some sort of siding here on the right hand side. Yeah, so I guess that's maybe a depot. Yeah, I think that's a junction siding depot, what are we going to call it. I think you can pick up some. I think I think it's a freight route on this. I was practicing on some other missions, and there's some, or scenarios, sorry, not missions, and there was a couple of weird trains that I haven't yet found out and didn't recognise. I know it uses some of the other trains that are in other packs that utilise those sidings and some freight trains and stuff. So I think they're the ones out of the Brighton routes that utilise the freight trains in that one. So maybe that's something there. There was some weird old one as well. It was like a kind of like an old school carriage, so like an old 19 sort of, I want to say 80s maybe, or 70s cabins that shot past me when I was waiting at a station once. So I don't know what that was. It was probably something, you guys may know better than I do, so if you do, put it in the comment section below. But yeah, there was definitely an older school sort of like train that went past. Alright, so coming through another station. I didn't even notice what station that was, but we're back into another tunnel. Looks like a short one because you can just about see the light at the end of it. Alright, so we're sticking to about 70. And I was going to say going downhill a bit, but we seem to have levelled out. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about picking up or maintaining our speed. We should be nice and easy, being nice and flat. But yeah, what we got now, about less than 2 miles to go to our destination, and hopefully our last stop. I probably should have paid attention to the scenario when we got to the beginning. Although we're going out of one tunnel and then straight into another. So you can see the difference that this little cab light makes to the inside. It's definitely a lot brighter. Now, I don't know why it does this. This is something that I found that this train does. It has this weird blue light to it. It's almost like someone's turned a light on, and it's not actually on. So if I turn this, you've obviously got the reading light above us, but I don't know if it's no cab lights off. Reading light is off. Is that going to change the lighting? No. Really strange. It's almost like it's a glitch where the sun. Oh, there we go. And now it goes off. And another train comes the other way. So yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that. It seems to go really weird and just gives us that blue light, as if there's a light on, but there actually isn't. When you actually get inside the cab, but it's very strange. But you know, it's early days for this. I guess there'll be updates and stuff as it comes. So right, so let's start slowing down. We got a 15. God, we're gonna so go over speed into this route. So it's a 15-mile-an-hour zone, and we're like 50 mile an hour. So right, let's slow down. Come on. Maximum brake. Let's try not to use the emergency brake, otherwise we'll end up stopping altogether. Oh, we're gonna overshoot. Alright, cool. So let's slow down. Hopefully it doesn't make loads of noise or derail us. No, cool, we're gonna be alright there. Alright, ease off the brake. Alright, perfect. So as we're coming into Strood here, so we've got 200 and something yards from our stop, so let's see if we can nail this stop as we get in. You can see the traffic in the background. Seem to be two cars on the wrong side of the road, but anyway. Right, perfect. So we've got 100 and something yards to go. So it's like this little curved kind of platform that they have, and yeah, you can see in the back distance there the sort of bridge over, the accessibility bridge with the lift. A lot of UK train stations seem to be having those at the moment, with making everything wheelchair friendly, trying to get people in and out. You get these little lifts and kind of like walkways as they go through. I don't think there's any stairs to it, but I just think it's a lift. They look pretty cool. Alright, perfect. So we're there. So let's let people out. Cool. Some people get out. Oh no, back end of the train we're in the trees. Front end we're kind of in that barrier there. So yeah, let's try and get people on. So you can see there just above the, I don't know if you can see there, just above the cab, you've got the new display system. So you get the town or the stop that you're on now on those. Also the sort of the new style matrix boards just on the platform there, which actually show the timescales and the time in which train is coming next and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Right. Okay, so yeah, all the doors work. Well done. See, this is what happens. Idle hands. Alright, so we're almost loaded our passengers on. So let's wait for these people to go. And okay, so we've got a couple of minutes still to wait. But yeah, I think overall, well, there's a submarine in the background there. Look at that, just in the background there. That submarine. How cool's that? But yeah, we are pretty much done with this. I've really enjoyed today's route. Is that a church in the background? Yeah, it is. It's a church. Right behind the pole. Right, there's those matrix boards that we mentioned earlier. And oh look, our train's been blocked by another train coming the other way. Alright, well, it snaps that idea, doesn't it? Alright, cool. So we've about 30 seconds now before we need to complete it. So let's put the power handle to, I don't know, minimum brake, I guess, just to stop us from rolling away. Right, cool. So that's one of the other trains going the other direction, or the 375, I think it was. Okay, so right, we're just almost there. 10 seconds to go, and then we can start shutting down the train and hop out. Perfect. There we go. So let's lock our. Oh no! Don't lock the doors. Set the train to neutral. turn the DRA, drive something, I'm not sure what that was, power handle to maximum brake, no, not emergency, maximum brake, there we go. Might turn that to reverser to off, turns everything off, and take the master key out. Go. Alright, and that's it. So climb out, and today's route is complete. So let's jump down onto the platform. Here we go, an announcer. Cool, perfect. So thank you for stepping in for this service. Let's see how you did. So hopefully we should get our scores up in a second and see how we got on. Right, there we go. So as you can see, we managed to keep speed most of the time. I think we managed to go over it, to be fair. Oh, maybe a little bit there, but no, apart from that, pretty good all the way through. Yeah, pretty much all the way through. Stop accuracy was pretty good, within sort of 7 yards of our stops and what they were supposed to be. We're leveled up, got some 7,447 points. Yeah, walked that, got gold star. I think that's pretty much a job well done. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you have enjoyed it, please don't hesitate to click the like button. If you've enjoyed it and you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please click the subscribe button, and don't forget to click the bell notification icon so you can be updated when new episodes come out. And as always, guys, if there's any questions, queries, comments or suggestions for future episodes or future routes or future games or whatever, then please put those in the comments section down below. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care. Bye.